Happy New Year, everybody. We have another Burl Hammons tune for you. Cranberry Rock, one of my favorite fiddlers out of West Virginia, Burl Hammons. And this beautiful tune is in the key of C, but it's lovely and very old sounding to me. An interesting, I'd say it's in the tune family of Billy in the Low Ground, but very pretty. And it doesn't have to be played fast. Oh, that's a nice old one.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Carl.
Sure.
Okay, now, if you listen to the archival recordings of Burl Hammons, and especially on this tune, you'll hear that he just plays actually one A part and the B part as I played it. And I doubled it up just because I thought it was so beautiful that I couldn't just play it once. But normally I do try to kind of stick to a pattern of an older fiddler, but this time it was just too irresistible to not play that A part again. So, and I've noticed in Burl's playing of this tune that he's mostly doing just some simple hammer-ons in the left hand. Hammer-on just being a type of grace note. Sometimes he hits just an F sharp to the G. And sometimes you'll hear him put the first finger on the top two strings and get that little grace note in there. Of course, you can hear him on slippery-hill.com. Hope you'll give Burl a listen. He was such an elegant fiddler. And the Hammons family had this archaic sound. And so we've kept the chords kind of simple on this one to keep it just that lonesome fiddle part coming out. And I love it slower, like a lot of Billy in the Low Grounds are, you know, they're real fast and showy. But Cranberry Rock, which sounds like an older version of Billy in the Low Ground, just has this sweet quality. So let's try it. It's a very accessible C tune to try. So for now, let's just do a F sharp to the G. And a slur. That's our first phrase. Slur. And for those of you who want to try it, let's do the chord hammer on. That's pretty unusual, I think. And I'll go a little slower. Once more. the next phrase. Just listen. Actually, F natural. Play that again. Now, you might have noticed that the bowing is really interesting on that. I think that some of the Hammondses, they sound like they have an Irish ancestry or something like that to me, because it's got some of Burl's using this kind of offbeat slurring in this phrase, to the best I can hear. And I think a lot of Irish players do that, slurring across, not slurring on the beat, but slurring off the beat. Just try that little piece of it, and then I'll play the whole phrase. So we'll make this into a bowing exercise right here, this little spot. Down, up, up, down, up, up. Separate, slur. A little faster, it sounds like this. It's got a different rhythm than we're used to in a lot of old-time fiddle. Definitely are old-time fiddlers that do this, though. Okay, so the whole second phrase is this. So the first half you have to learn of that second phrase. So I play 2 notes on the down bow, still just on the E string pretty much. Slur, slur. So down, down to start. And then the other part we were just trying, that we made into a bow exercise. So hum it first. We have ba-dum, da-da, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Let's try ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And then dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. See how the accent structure changes? So I think that little section is the most interesting bowing part of the whole tune. The rest of it's pretty simple. Down, down, up, slur, slur, down, up, down, up, up. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. So to put this back in context for you, listen to the A part we have. Second phrase. Third phrase. So third phrase goes down, but similar to the first phrase, and the last phrase okay, so back to the beginning. All right, second phrase starts down, down. Slur. Those slurs were on the beat, right? Now the offbeat slurs. Third phrase goes like this. But it goes to the B this time. Slur. So we're going to work on our third phrase now. So we have a two-note slur, let's try that again, slur, and you want each of these to sound effortless, the slur and everything. That's the great thing, if you do this by ear and just this piece, make it sound beautiful and effortless. This is a piece that will really sound kind of floaty and otherworldly if you can just have each section feel kind of effortless. Small pieces, it's not so bad. And then it goes. So let's try that down. So we're working the third phrase. Now it's still going to keep carrying on this long, meandering, melodic descent into the fourth phrase. So here, open A, two-note slur, another two-note slur, up, outlining that C major arpeggio, and then short D note, and back to the C. That's nice, all separate bows, not tricky at all. So our fourth phrase, slur, slur, separate bow strokes. Of course, you could always decorate it with a C chord, the first finger on the D string, third on the G string, if you wanted to. I think most of the time Burl just plays a C note, but in the B part, he does sneak in just hints of a C chord, really subtly. So, back to the beginning of the A part. We kind of worked our way all the way through it. Up, up, down, up, up. Slur. Down, slur. Down, slur. Another slur. Now that last phrase, it is a little tricky slurring from string to string, but it's good to be able to be versatile and be able to do that. Down, slur, and slur over to that third finger on the D string. Down, up, down, down, up. Now when we get to the end of this, we'll also practice. We're going to tack a note on your up bow here. And we're going to, again, we're going to slur across two different strings, which takes a little more control, which is going to bring us into the B part. Okay, so that's our transition. Separate bow strokes. Up, down. Okay, I'm going to go back to that fourth phrase one more time. Down, slur, down, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, we'll work on that more later. Let's do the B part. Slur, before trying it. And sometimes something will be easy for one of us and not another one of us, and it's just depending on what bowing patterns you're used to, or if you've done that sequence of notes before. So the bowing on this one took me a little bit to get used to. I mean, in a perfect world, you'd listen to something over and over and over again until you caught as much detail as possible. I try to save you some of that time. Let's try with 2 slurs there. So it'll be down, up, now slur, go over to that C note, and catch a slur from the G to D strings there, the third to the first finger. And then, I know that might feel a little awkward, but try to brain wash yourself into thinking it's easy. You're like, okay, loosen up, and loosen the shoulders and the fingers and the neck, and go, okay, let's try to make as little of those slurs as possible. Like, how would that feel if it felt totally easy for you? Maybe it's starting to get easy for you. Nice. Okay, now here's a little bit more. This is kind of a shuffle bow pattern, but starting with short, short, slur, short, short, slur. Quite often we're used to slur, short, short, slur, short, short. But you can reverse that in the shuffle bow pattern as well. Short, short, slur, short, short, slur. So down, bow separate, then slur, separate, slur. Now we only really have to learn one long line here, and that's the B part because it repeats. The beginning of it is this, what we did. Slur, 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 separate, slur. Then we hit an A note. And nice little grace note, a little hammer on to from the B natural to the C natural. So A. The next section's all separate notes, nice and easy. Some of it you did in the A part. Yeah, so you did that ending already. And then we just repeat the whole thing. Grace note. And you only do that twice. Tempting to do that a bunch more times too. But I do hear a chord sometimes, a hint of a C chord. I'll show you where, actually in a couple spots. That's the main one. So it creates a little accent hitting the C chord at the beginning of that second slur. Slur, slur. So try that. Up, slur, chord. It's part of the slur. A little tricky, but lots of beautiful stuff happening in there. It's really worth trying to get the bowing. It adds a lot to the music. Okay, let's try it. Much more interesting than just back and forth. Back and forth for some variety. Slur. And I love these grace notes. you jump up to the A part again, it's kind of a shock. Remember that cool hammer-on first finger on the top two strings? You could go, but I do really like this when he hits it. Up. I'm cheating by repeating. Up, down, up. B part. Slur, 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 slur. That's the other spot you can add that C chord at the end of the phrase. So we have chord, chord, chord. Let's see. Still getting used to that B part bowing myself. Hope you enjoy that. Go back to the beginning and play it with Carl. And yeah, it's just a beautiful version of Cranberry Rock. And the music won't have a repeat in the A part because Burl Hammons didn't do it, but I like to do it. You can do these tunes any which way you like to. I've heard people do the B part 3 times. That's beautiful. A lot of old fiddlers would play a 3-phrase B part, and that would be really beautiful too. So lots of different ways you can play Cranberry Rock, and hope you enjoy it.